Hey, guys. Altavis Felder here, your voice manager. I unmute the voice of women who are ready to speak up about what has kept her silent for way too long. You saw the title, Just Be, B-E, Just Be. I know that sounds like something very hard to do with everything that we've had happen this year, but I can tell you this, if you learn to just be, then you will definitely be on your way to success and to be able to enjoy your life, your everyday life, no matter what circumstances may come up. So I'm excited about my guest for today. Hello, Janice.
Hi, Elizabeth. Thank you for having me here. It's a pleasure from Brazil.
I love it. I love it. I'm excited to have you on as a guest today. Um, Man, when we think about everything that we've come through this year, it's definitely been a roller coaster. But I'm excited to have you because we're going to teach them how they can just be. But before we do that, Janice, tell them a little bit about yourself, and then we'll dive into today's topic.
Okay. Well, first of all, I want to something that I have been doing is that to thank for the universe, for God, for doing what I love. Yes, is to share the knowledge that the universe just gives to me. Yeah, so this is a way that I give it back to the world, and I've been doing this since I was 11 years old. So this is something that I have been learning a lot. And so since then, I'm a speaker. I'm a holistic therapist, a teacher, and I'm passionate about sharing the best of a human being can be.
The best we can be. That part right there is a great starting point for today's episode because I think this year has really shifted that foundation for a lot of people at what does the best I can be? What does that really look like? And so, Janice, what would be the first thing that you would tell someone when you're explaining to them, listen, I need you to just be?
Yeah, well, is to look into your heart, because I believe that this pandemic situation is not it's not, there is no coincidence. First of all, it came to, how can I say, to give us the opportunity to go inside ourselves. So then when the pandemic situation just came, what did everybody had to do? We had to go to stay home. So it was a fantastic, in my opinion, and a blessing way for us to get together with our family, because in this metric that we've been going through, yes, there was no moment to see ourselves, to see our family, to see our parents and husband, wife, children. So because everything we had to do the things like this. No, we don't have to. We simply have to. There was this connection to ourselves and to the universe, to cosmos.
It definitely made us look at what the things that we value and like what was our core value, what was the things that were really most important to us, and it allowed us to look at our list because everybody knows when it comes to just be, sometimes we get tangled up in list, right? We get tangled up in list and titles, and it's the list and titles that kind of drag us through life and allow us to, we move, but we're not enjoying the moment. We're not paying attention to the things that are really working out for us. We're not paying attention to our bodies. And so I absolutely love looking at that and thinking about how, listen, this year really made you think. I know for me personally, it made me really look at my to-do list. It made me sign on a VA for my team. It made me go and really look at the core foundation for my business. I tell people often 2020 was the year where you were shown the cracks in your foundation. And it allowed you to see the spots where you really needed to fix some things, you really needed to have some conversations, and it was up to you to, take advantage of this time.
That's it. Yeah, you said something that is extremely important. It's up to us. So this is our choice, nobody else. So, and for me, self-knowledge is the key word, because the more we know about ourselves, more chances we have to choose the best way to go. And then, as you said, this year is something very, how can I say? It's how do you say this? It's completely different. This is something that in history, as I think the first time, I believe that the humankind had this opportunity to reschedule, or to redo, or to fix, as you said, what we had done before. So sometimes if you had a to-do list, so it's completely different. What am I gonna do to go beyond this limit? So it's my responsibility. So, and then my future, it has to do with what I do with my present. So people sometimes think of, people complain about the life that they have. So what am I having this kind of life? I am so miserable. So I have seen, and I have heard people saying this. People complain a lot, but then still there are people who can understand. The more they complain, more situations they're going to have to complain. So we have to do the other way around. Yeah, to stop complaining and see what really is important in our lives. And of course, the decision we make now is going to impact in other people's decision in our planet, because we are one. We are one.
That's so important too. I think one of the things that we saw in this year was that we were unified because everybody across the world was going through the exact same thing. And so it didn't matter what part of the world you were in, we all had this common thing we were going through. Now, whether you were okay with it or you were not okay with it, everyone had varying opinions about, how we should handle it and what we should do during this time. But literally, we were all in the same predicament. And I think for some people, they saw how it opened up opportunities for them, whereas other people, they didn't really see the opportunities. They kind of just saw it as a negative. And I said, wow, you really get to see the heart of people. And when certain circumstances like this start to happen, all you can do is go, well, I can support you as much as I can, but we're kind of all in that same arena. So with that being said, how were you able to adjust in this year to getting back to that point of just being for yourself?
That's it. So when you said opportunity, as remember the cycle of reality, and it has to do a lot with be. Yeah. So what kind of person you want to be? So this cycle of reality is the following. The way I see the world is the way that I'm going to build a world for me. So if I live in this world that I see, I'm going to think, I'm going to do certain things, I'm going to act depending on the way I see the world. And the more I see this way, the more things I do, and the more results I have based on this, of course, is going to reinforce the way I see the world. So then this is the cycle of reality. And then it means that this cycle works for good or for bad situations, right? So if the person sees the world, or see that the world is it's full of corruption, is going to get results based on this, and it's going to reinforce the way the person sees the world. That is a world that people suffer. On the other hand, if a person believes or see that the world is full of abundance, prosperity, of course, that the person is going to be a person in this way. Yes. So the person is going to do the things to be in this way. And of course, the result that this person is going to get is going to be based on the way she or he sees the world. So then this is how we have to be, in my point of view. We have to be who we want to be. So that's why one more reason for us to see what is important in our heart, because this is the heart, is that where talks to us. This is our soul. Yes, that's the treasure we have, not basically the brain. So brain and heart have to be in synchrony. So that's we have the answers how to be the way we deserve to be.
Now, another good piece of it that I think we need to hit on and make sure that we're bringing to light is the fact that when we're in this process of just being, who we hang around and who we talk to and who we listen to, it's very important for us to look at who they are, because when we're putting ourselves in a position and we're focusing on the positive, we're focusing on who it is we want to be and where we want to see ourselves go, if we allow ourselves to be in a community or in a circle of people who are not in that same positive mindset, who are speaking negatively, then it really does take us away from the goal that we have set. So with that being said, speak to that a little bit as far as, cultivating a community or cultivating friendships and connections that allow us to continue to foster that idea of just being.
I couldn't hear. There was something, the connection here. I couldn't.
Oh, no
Sorry.
worries. Okay, so I said, part of it is that we have who we hang around, our community, the people that we are in connection with and conversation with. When we're in a season of making sure that we're just being, um, talk about how we should really cultivate, or what type of relationships we should cultivate in that season, so that way we can stay focused on just being and we're not putting ourselves in a toxic environment.
This is extremely important. Yes, extremely important, because we are the average of, according to studies, as we are the average of the six people the five people we most spend time with. Yeah. So, and then it has also to do with our family, especially. So we have to observe how it is, because sometimes our family, they love us. They want us to be happy, but what they think happy, what is happiness for them, it's not what happiness is for me, for example. So this is something that we have to see how it is in our environment, so that we can check who can be, how can I say, or who is helping us or who is not helping us, but with not in an aggressive way, because sometimes people, they don't want to accept the way our family is. We have to accept, because it's our family. They are the way they are, and also they have to accept the way we are.
Oh, that's very important. Being able to not try to change people. Not you
Yeah,
don't have you can't go into things with the mindset that I can fix them. That's
that's
not what
it.
we need
Yeah,
to do.
yeah. We cannot we cannot change anybody at all, but us. We can change ourselves for sure, but not anybody else.
I think that's a valuable, important, like, thing for us to grab a hold of, especially this year, because we've had to spend more time with spouses and children, and it really made us look at what our relationships really look like. What are the conversations that we really were having or weren't having? What was the fear that was holding us back from having conversations? And how we could really switch some things around to be able to make it a little bit better. And so I absolutely love this conversation. We could go on and on. Speak Easy podcast listeners, you guys know that I'm all about you moving and elevating in life and in business. And when it comes to just be, it's definitely a call to action for you to be able to elevate your life in order for you to live the best life that is possible for you to live. So Janice, let them know how they can find you online, and if they want to work with you, how they can get in connection with you.
Well, I have my Facebook file is Janice Aquini with an I, yes, at the end. And Instagram is at Janice Aquini, everything together, underscore palestrante. Palestrante means speaker because it's in Portuguese here, yes. And also, I just want to add that something that I've been doing for some time and something that gives me a lot of fun is singing. So every Friday I have a program. Do you like to sing too?
Only in my shower though. I wouldn't dare do it.
Oh, okay. Well, this is something that if I have one more minute, do I? Yeah, something that I tell in my mentoring program is that exactly what our conversation it is about to be. Yes, because for long years because of fear, because of limiting beliefs, I couldn't be what I meant to be. Yeah, so this is and then last year I could perform, I could reach one of my most daring dreams. Yes, when I was a teenager, I had a dream of I wanted to be a star in a musical play, and last year I did it. I did it. Yeah. And this is something I have been telling people, especially women, that we have to be what we meant to be, because I love singing. And what I was going to tell you is that now I have a program every Friday in which I mix self knowledge with singing. So every Friday I have a short video in which I sing a short part of a song, and then I give my interpretation of the song, of the lyrics, based on my studies of self knowledge, my intuition, what my heart is saying, and I have been having a lot of fun, yes. And people they are giving me a good feedback, very good feedback.
I love that. It speaks to definitely what we were talking about today. Because when we get to that point of just being, now we can live our greatest life. Now we can enjoy what it is that we're doing, and we can go back and do some of those things that we put on the back burner, some of those things that are, right now collecting dust on the shelf. We can go back and pick those things up and enjoy them no matter what age we are, no matter
Yeah,
what's on. Like, there's an opportunity for us to be able to be happy.
that's it. That's what matters.
Exactly.
Thank you very much for this conversation.
Oh, it's my pleasure. I love having conversations like this because it lets people know first and foremost that we are all connected. Janice is in
Sure.
Brazil, and man, just being able to connect with some powerful women all over who are showing you that, yes, we have gone through so many things. Yes, we can heal. Yes, we can be the breadwinner. Yes, we can go and be powerful and create businesses, but also we can do the things that we love. We can dance, we can sing, but we can do so, and we can collaborate and see great things happen. But guess what? Nothing moves until you move.
That's it. We have to give the first step. When we give the first step, the universe just to give us the floor.
That's it. Oh my goodness. I absolutely love this, guys. Don't forget, join the conversation, bit.ly/World Voice Community. We would love to hear your feedback on this episode and previous episodes of the hashtag Speakeasy podcast. Guess what? We appreciate you, because guess what? Without you, without the Speakeasy podcast listeners, there would be no Speakeasy podcast. And so with that being said, until next time, guys, I'm your host, Altavis Pelzer, and don't forget to press it out. See ya.
Thank you.